What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the RB25 channel. Got the FD back from the paint shop. Engine bay is blue. And it's got some sparkles in there. PPG, something. And the engine's in because Robbie's here helping me. He's doing stuff on his car, making it stop leak oil because of the SR20. And anyways, I did accidentally pour a whole lot of oil out of my car, but because I forgot to put the head drain on when I filled it up with oil. But engine's in, and we're going to do the gearbox now. Well, Muscles is here to help me lift the CD09 onto the gearbox hoist. So I resealed the back of it because it was leaking oil. So we took it apart earlier and just re-gooped that with some sweet Nissan orange. But yeah, D1's on the TV, so we're watching that as well over there.
Leo was staying as close as he could to Carl Butter on the lead. Watch this here.
Yeah, buddy. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll do some gearbox installing. Right, the gearbox is in. The mount's back on. You'll see me make all this stuff, so I don't think you need to watch me putting it back in. I did forget to film the clutch. Put the clutch in. Twin plate, extreme, solid center. We'll see how that goes. It doesn't drive nice. We'll have to get something else. It'll be irritating, won't it? What else did I do? I had to put these braces on the subframe, which onto the chassis, and actually the nuts or whatever they are, the welded in pickup points were actually stripped on this side, so I had to cut the floor open on the inside of the car and weld the nuts back in there before I could bolt this one back on. So it's something I've been like meaning to do for ages, but it's done now. It's done now. So all I've got to do under here is make the brake line from the hydro to the front, and then put the tail shaft in, then exhaust and stuff's finished under here, pretty much. Yeah. Let's drop this sucker down so we can enjoy the engine bay. It's so sexy. There we go. So got a starter motor on. Make sure it clears this because somebody made that before they put the starter motor on. It's pretty clever, wasn't it? And I've got to make a hole for the loom to come out, the engine loom, which I'm thinking just there, so it ends up underneath the inlet manifold and looks a bit discreet, sexy. What else have I got? What other exciting things we got? I've got to mount the oil cooler. I'm just going to use one and see how that goes. If the car runs too hot, I'll put a second one on. But I did manage to get speed flow fittings to screw into the RX7 factory oil cooler, so I can just go to dash 10. So that's sorted. Just going to mount those. And where's it? Yeah, that's the loom. So I've got to make a 50 mil hole in the firewall for the loom to pass through. It's a, what do you call it, flying loom. Goes for the Haltech, pre-terminated on one end. So the ECU end just plugs in, and then you just, the rest of them are all labelled, what they are, whatever sensors you want to wire up, and then yeah, come through, run to where all the sensors and stuff are, and happy days. Get Robbie around here to help me with that, because he's good at it, plus he has the tools. And yeah, so I can start putting things on. I've got to work out my power steering reservoir somewhere. So yeah, things have got to go on so I can start piecing together the final bits and making it all work together. Got to make a catch can to go over in the corner over there. It'll be pretty large, take up this whole space pretty much. Yeah. Anyway, stay tuned. Let's get the starter motor on for a start and see how we go. Alright, it's a long weekend because Melbourne Cup weekend. So, taped up the car and painted one coat on the inside, satin white, rattle can. I'm going to paint the cage a different colour, but it's just going to be rattle can as well, because like when you're getting in and out of the car, you always like end up scratching your side intrusions heaps and like loading stuff in the back, like tools and stuff, leftover gear, ends up scratching the inside. So I like to be able to touch it up just easy. I found that rattle canning's the best in my experience. Like, doesn't look the best, but it's easy to touch up and make it look nice again very, very easily, very quickly. It looks good enough for another few months. Like, if you have a look at Robbie's interior, he's professionally painted, and we've never even driven this car yet, and the side intrusion is totally fucked. And that's BMW Moonstone Blue, and it's a $2 grand plus paint job on the fucking on the roll cage. So it's in there, it's all silver, it's all shiny, but yeah, it gets pretty hammered, you know. And they end up getting used as storage, these cars. They sit around for a few months where you're not driving them, and then you go again. So, and plus it's only really me and a few friends that'll be on the inside, so I wasn't too fazed about it. The outside I want to get painted professionally because everyone's going to see that. And the engine bay I got painted professionally because it's nice. But yeah, so I got to push it outside, give it another coat. Yeah, stay tuned. So I've done stuff, painted things. The roll cage, I painted it some sort of crappy rattle can chrome silver, and the interior's all white. I started doing the wiring, or Robbie started doing the wiring. I've mounted a smart wideband, and that's the fuse box. And ECU's mounted there, and started shoving wires here and there. Accumulators mounted there, and not much going on, just working it out at the moment, so it's a bit of a mess. But the engine bay is all blue, looks pretty sick. Pretty happy with the way it came out. Went satin white on the interior, so it should be easy to touch up, not be too glary. But yeah, it's all good. Alright. Yeah, just wanted to show the colours off. She's all looking pretty nice. I'll just touch up under the seats after we finish crawling around in here, and hopefully get it tuned soon. Well, it's booked in on the 10th, so it's all got to be going by then. So yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. We'll have more things connected and stuff.